your presentation. Yes,
Yeah.
please start.
Okay, can we
Yes.
start? Thank you. Today I like to introduce the overview about the water disaster management in point of view of national planning. First, this is the outline of my presentation, the general information of Indonesia disaster, impact of climate change, and how to build national resilience, and then building the strategic planning for water disaster. First, after we improve our record of disaster, the data from 500 districts and 34 provinces, it shows that the numbers of disaster is quite high, and in every year is increasing. The majority of the disaster is a flood that is 62%, and they become the most frequent compared with the other disaster, such as we still have volcanic activities, 8%, forest fire we decrease, drought in some areas, and including landslide and tidal wave. However, our key of managing the disaster, especially for emergency phase, is also being in place in many years. Even though then citizen and the level of damage we can improve year by year how to take care, reduce the casualties, and how to make people more safe about the disaster. The number of disaster, this is the illustration, the record in 2021. We have earthquake around 60s, big volcano eruption, and the drought, the flood and landslide is also still the number one disaster in Indonesia. In total, there is in 1 year there is 3,500 disaster, and the impact, the people being evacuated last year is 4.8 million people, with the fatality almost 700 and 73 still missing. In terms of the tangible losses, the disaster affect the house, education facilities, health facilities, worship facilities, office, and the bridge. So this is the situation in every year. We are also facing in Java Island, the most inhabited island in Indonesia, with more than 150 million residents. We experience also the land subsidence. The breeze is variated in the North Java mostly, because the North Java also in North Java is the place of the estuary and alluvial fan. The one that is perhaps you can see on the news in the Jakarta area, that the level of the subsidence is between 0.1 to 8 centimeters per year. The other area is also some places is also quite serious, such as in Semarang area, in Central Java, and the Demak area. So the cause of this subsidence, I will explain in the next slide. First is the impact of the land subsidence. It's also coincidence with the tidal wave. The tidal wave, we call the rock, is a tidal inundation because the land has become subsided, and most of the cause is due to the uncontrollable of water extraction in metropolitan area in North Java. This, if we do nothing, the risk will increase, and the cost of the hazard will increase up to 5 to 200 centimeter Indonesian. This is the situation, the water balance, between the use of the groundwater and the condition of the water supply. It seems that right now there is 62 in 2024, will be around 62 meter cubic per second, still provided by the groundwater. So that will be, and the new will be a priority for the 5 agglomeration area in West, Central, or East Java. Now I will talk about the impact of the climate change in Indonesia. First, based on the projection by the national meteorological agencies, it seems that we will have a shorter rainy season and a longer dry season, while the precipitation tend to increase during rainy season. And based on our record, also the documented total occurrence of the extreme rainfall events become higher annually. So this is the effect, also how we adapt in the future. In terms of temperature rise, our record shows that the average of the temperature is also increased, in terms of 1 degree in the last 30 years. And we already make a lot of simulations, the National Meteorological Agencies, about the scenario of RCP that will range between 1.5 and 3.5 degrees, by if using RCP 4.5 or RCP 8.5 by the end of 21st century. And but the level of sea anomaly is also being observed, and based on the studies, the rate of the sea level rise is around 7 millimeter up to 11 millimeter per year. Then the government response is, since we live in the prone area of disaster, the strategy formulated is more how to build the resilience. First, we are focused on some 20 high disaster risk provinces by implementing 3 main strategies. First, to downscale the action, the disaster risk reduction in 50 cities scales, including the structural approach. Of course, we built the flood control and improve the non-structural approach, such as spatial planning, building code, regulation, flood risk master plan, green infrastructure, and early warning system. In order to mitigate the disaster in North Java coast, we add the prevention, the land subsidence measure, countermeasure, with monitoring, starting with the better monitoring, and then we improve our drainage by constructing a polder and including pumping station. But in other hand, we launch also the project of the restoration of 4 critical watershed by improving our conservation, improving water quality and waste management. The 50 cities, most are in Java Island, but the 50 cities also in Sumatra, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, in islands province such as Bali, Nusa Tenggara, and also Maluku. So the 50 cities, then the central government coordinate with the local government, and through the national and by the assistant also cooperation with the development partner. In the forecast of North Java, we in these 5 years until 2024, we accelerate the no regret measure For instance, installation of land subsidence monitoring equipment, 100 station of water quality monitoring, construction of domestic wastewater treatment plant, and SIDAC and coastal protection, and also combining the infrastructure, transport infrastructure, the toll road, and the coastal SIDAC, the Semarang Demak, 27 kilometers. And for the non-structural component, each area we formulate the integrated coastal development plan and improve our enforcement of groundwater uptake regulation. For the critical water set, there is we implement two area in Citarum, Ciliwung, and Cisadane in West Java and in Toba Asahan. So we understand the importance of the water set condition that is currently consists the critical land and the water qualities, and as a result, also increasing of the flood disaster. We combine the action together between ministries, local government, and civil society to improve the four critical water set. And this is the part for the strategic planning formulation for mitigate water disaster. First, we build 4 strategies by implementing a more green solution. Second approach is to continue how to implement integrated water resource management, enhancing community preparedness, and also how to attract investment capacity through creative financing. First, this is the general framework of integrated water risk management in Indonesia that consists to selectively and to build a flood resistant or also flood control project and improve combining our spatial planning and risk mapping. For instance, in detail spatial planning, and we improve our forest and land rehabilitation, for instance, to application of the environmental friendly agriculture practices, and we overhaul our hydrological and preparedness information system to provide the community preparedness for flood prevention. But in the same hand, we also need to improve the socio-economic people affected or people live in the critical water set area through the local economic livelihood program. And last but not least is to strengthen the supervision and control for the implementation of the flood management program. This is the example, the local strategies built in the Jakarta, Jakarta, Bogor, Depok, Tangerang, Bekasi area, the Greater Jakarta area. So the program formulated and agreed by the 6 ministries, 3 governors, and 9 major regions through integrative approach, and the program being clustered by the 7 quick win. The hazard reduction, spatial planning, building code, flood infrastructure, control of land subsidence, flood early warning system, strengthening crisis management, and regulatory and institutional. And in the national level, we also formulate the framework to make a pipeline for the financing. First is the flood risk analytic and investment planning. The second framework is the support for flood and resilient investment, capacity building, knowledge management, and program management support. So this 4 cluster is linked with the national budgeting system. And then the traditional flood control approach will also be supported by the non-structural approach and to introduce to the multi-level of the government. And we promote in the city planning how to make an urban renewal by introducing the green infrastructure. For instance, we introduced the porous pavement, sediment pools, and also attract the green infrastructure financing. For instance, Indonesian government and European Investment Bank signed the agreement for the green infrastructure development financing support. And we also prepare for the ultimate scenario for the North Java, that is to provide the coastal protection through the water management. We plan build several coastal reservoir, the fresh water reservoir located in the river estuary with sustainable annual river flow, and with the benefit with less land acquisition, almost zero, cost effective, sustainable, and also multifunctional space, harvesting the energy and free of risk of dam breaching, and also provide new area of development of the new cities. And the ongoing study start with the part of the solution for the Greater Jakarta, that is the Cisadane Coastal Reservoir. And in the long term, for instance, this coastal reservoir will become the major leverage for North Java solution. And because with the existing water supply, we will reach the current supply will be outweighed 2030. So now we overhauling our irrigation system also to have better water allocation, and also to provide the long-term water supply solution by implementing coastal reservoir. The strategy also we improve. We accelerate the using the information technology through the smart water management. Since many of the decisions and will depend on how good we using our data, and also how to disseminate the data analysis and information to the decision maker or to the public. So the component we start to build right now, the ICT policies, try and implementing, installing the metering sensor, improving our communication infrastructure, modeling, decision support system, and there is 4 key areas we now improving. First is decision support system for water distribution quality, and then the conservation, prevention, and law enforcement on water quality, and optimize our system for hydrology, hydrometry, and hydrogeology, and improving our integrated early warning system for water-related hazard. This is the pilot project now is implement in Jabodetabek area, actually to bridge a lot of institution, from the satellite agency into National Meteorological Hydrological Service, climate information, and effective communication network to reach people at risk and to improve our preparedness response plan. So it will be 5-year program to improve our flood early warning system project. In some rural area, this disaster mitigation is also combined with the bottom-up action, community-driven project to play in terms of planning, implementation, and development, monitoring, and evaluation. So by using the participatory approach from the society, construction, the group of people, training, construction, the small-scale activities being implemented by using the local resources. So this will be impact in more sustainable approach by incremental investment annually. Another project that is become an example is to improve our combined urban renewal in the river riparian zone. This is the project that is it seems maybe quite simple project, but the most of the time is to prepare to reach the social agreement between inhabitant in the flood prone area and how they can become better off. So the solution is also to change into the public space, but operated by the communities. And the project later on agreed and now become one of the famous public space in city called Bandung in West Java.
Mr. Abdul,
Yeah,
could you
thank you.
because the time
speed
is
up.
limited. Please.
Here's the last. So we improve in terms of financing the international cooperation by using the plan and with the local government consists the investment plan, capacity building, program management, and urban resilient investment. And we formulate also the PPPs, the land value capturing project that still being formulated. Then the developer could also become a part of our flood disaster mitigation project. And this is the last one, how to importance to build effective and sharing, if we have a lot of agencies. This is the lesson learned in Great Earthquake in Central Sulawesi. So we first, the action is to coordinate and assistant team for rehab and reconstruction with the 5 working group and making science, maximum science with the joint research or tsunami mitigation measure and bridging to development partner support with the World Bank, JICA, and IDB. Okay, thank you very much.